There's this thing about your astrocartography that you have probably never heard of or seen when you pull up your astrocartography chart. Say astrocartography 3 times really fast. And it's called parent lines. They're not the same as your harmonious or disharmonious aspect lines. Your harmonious and disharmonious aspect lines come from the planet lines. So those are the main lines and like symbols and colored lines that you see when you pull up your astrocartography chart. They're called planet lines. I'm going to be doing a deep dive on all of this into my membership because I just learned about it and I want to give y'all a class where I break it all down and help you understand it, because there's not a lot of information on it and it's like almost impossible to find parent lines. How they differ from disharmonious and harmonious aspect lines is the aspect lines are that they are literally how your planet lines, the colored ones you see again when you first pull up your astrocartography chart, Jupiter line, Venus line, moon line, those are your planet lines. And the aspect lines are how your planet lines aspect each other. You'll see, Saturn square the ascendant or Mars trine the ascendant, and that will add more lines to your astrocartography. Harmonious lines are going to be sextiles, conjunctions, I believe, and trines. Disharmonious are going to be squares and oppositions. Parent lines are completely different. And from my understanding, they come from the longitude in which planets were rising versus setting at that longitude. And they look much, much different than the aspect lines do when you pull those up on your chart. So which you can see at astro.com. I'm pulling it up to show y'all right now. I do have a live Q&A in my membership in 3 minutes, so I'm gonna make it quick. This is your normal astrocartography chart, right? And then if you hit view harmonious aspect, it adds a lot more lines. It zoom in because if you zoom out, looking like this, it looks crazy. But so we can see, let's just go to where I was living before as an example. I have my moon line going through here, and then we bring up harmonious aspects, and I'm going to bring up disharmonious aspects. Disharmonious aspect that came up is moon square ascendant. And then over here, I have a harmonious aspect line, Neptune trine ascendant. Those are what aspect lines look like. They're a little smaller than like a planet line. You can see this one is much thicker than the other ones. But parent lines go horizontal because they are based on the longitude. And so we can look at the same area. Let's look at Denver. This is the Pluto Chiron parent line. And as you can see on this parent line, Pluto was rising and Chiron was setting. It basically says that like this area can be prone to emotional abuse. Literally to a T what I experienced in Denver, and I literally hated Denver for the longest freaking time because of the trauma I experienced there and like the emotional abuse. Like the chart never lies. So I hope that makes sense.